Sarah Tedrick Parikh, and this is Positive Psychology. This is my third time teaching the course, which usually means that I have everything ironed out. And so instead, I am switching to teaching it remote, which I've tried to make a little bit of a hybrid because discussion doesn't work quite the same way online that it tends to in the classroom. And so I adjusted a bit. And also, I changed the textbook. A new edition came out, and the book is much thicker, which is great, more knowledge. But I kind of liked that the old book was a little shorter because I thought students actually read it a little more. And also, I'm trying to reduce costs for students. I have very mixed feelings about the book I actually did choose, but it's cheap, it's widely available, and so I may try a different book. I may go away from books altogether. I'm not sure what I'm going to do the next time I teach this. Uh, I'm also trying to streamline. Before I taught it very a la carte. There were lots of choices, lots of customization, but it could also get overwhelming. And I think with being remote and with just a lot of people having a lot going on right now, I wanted to simplify things. So that's my goal. It's still a little bit in process because I'm trying to kind of figure out how to work things together and fit things together. Um, but I am really happy with the way it's turning out. And I love when I can get some input from how the class is going the first couple weeks and use that to shape what I do going forward the rest of the semester. I use Blackboard a lot. I use Google Docs quite a bit. Google Docs are much easier to update than Blackboard, so Blackboard is kind of the central place to find everything, but I keep as many links and things as I can in Google Docs or in YouTube playlists because that lets me adjust on the fly. If I decide that something isn't really necessary or I want to sub out for something else, it's just much easier to do in those two programs than in Blackboard. I'll do videos showing, kind of talking briefly about each of these issues as we go, but I wanted one just to say hello. I'm glad you're here. I really like this course. I like the I'm a believer and a skeptic, and I believe toxic positivity that denies that there's pain or that there's difficult things going on is not great. I also think that I want to make sure the science is really there before I stand firm on things. And so you'll notice there's several points in the semester, even the very first couple readings you do, one of them is a somewhat critical analysis, or it's critical in terms of its critical thinking, but it's also somewhat critical in terms of it definitely finds some shortcomings in the book that we're reading. Um, and there's a few places like grit, there's some conversation about that. And I really invite you to bring up, first of all, anytime you see lack of diversity or bias in what we're reading or watching. And second, when you notice controversy or when you have heard of controversy elsewhere. I'm both a skeptic and a believer. I really enjoy this course. I also put a lot of pressure on the things that we learn and think about, okay, is this true always? Is it true for everyone? And are there other contextual issues that might explain better what we think we're seeing here? So I really enjoy the conversations that come out of this. Students who have taken the course in the past have said it's a really good experience. They've gained a lot from the activities and the readings, and I hope you do too. Take good care. Bye bye.